So we're going to come down onto our bellies. Now, let me think for a second here. I want to offer you a couple of ideas. So we're stepping into the world of here's a whole lot of options for you, and I want you to pick the best one for you. So option number one, and you might just watch for a second, is just belly down on your mat with your forehead resting on your hands. If you know you have some neck issues and being with your forehead down on the mat or even on your hands, maybe not super comfortable, you could take a small cushion or a blanket underneath the forehead. That also keeps your nose from getting squishy into the floor. It keeps your head in line with your spine and can keep the neck in a happier position. Okay, so those are your first two options. So that's more for cervical spine happiness, right? And then if you've got some lower back stuff and being on your belly is not always super comfy, and you happen to have like a towel or a blanket, let me just show you how I've got mine folded. Okay, so kind of in half the long way, you can see there's some fringes down at the bottom with my particular blanket, and then I'm just going to fold that in half again to make a square. And you want to get the crinkles out. Okay, so I'm going to place that across my mat, and then you'll lay your body on it so that you're supported from your ribs are on it, to your hip bones are on it. So this whole area right through here will be supported more in your lower back. So that looks like here. Okay. Again, just making sure your ribs and your hips are on that blanket. It's going to kind of fill in the negative space. It's going to give your lower back a bit more support. I'm just going to keep this one here to demonstrate today, but again, choose your own adventure. And let's all meet here, and we're going to go through that little back lift series that we did last week. So we're going to break it down as we are exploring boat pose. Okay. So maybe the hands are under your forehead, or maybe your blanket is under your forehead. First of all, just take a big breath. Let everything relax. Feel your body held and supported here so that we can really start from a neutral place. So maybe rolling your forehead a little side to side, massaging the forehead, relaxing through your neck. And then breathing down into your belly. Feel that radiant breath again, sort of that feeling of your breath filling out the 3D shape of you. So breathing into the front, the sides, the back. And then just let those muscles relax. And take one more breath here. Now from here, gently press your hips down. So if your blanket is there, it's going to feel like you're squishing the blanket with your hips, or the floor beneath you, kind of pressing the hips down into the ground. And that's just going to create that little bit of length in your lower back. So release that. And then again, pressing the hips down. And release. It feels as if you could do a little pelvic tuck, like tucking your tail under, like a cat stretch, tucking the tail under to round your low back. Obviously, you won't, but that's kind of the action, pressing the pubic bone and the hips down. And then release. All right, now we're going to take that into our alternating leg lifts. So I'm going to press the hips down and lift one leg up. Make sure that hip isn't hiked up, but the hips are rooted down, and then lower. And then exhale, press the hips down, lift the other leg. How high you lift is not important. We're just starting to find some strengthening and lengthening down through the lower body. Let's do one more each way. Exhale, lift, shoulders soft and easy. Inhale, lower. And exhale, switch, other side. And lower, one more each way. Okay, and then lower both legs. Nice big breath, just let the feet roll out, the legs flop, the hips relax. Beautiful. All right. Now from here, let's bring the hands out under the shoulders. And then they can stay on your mat, or sometimes it feels nice to take them slightly off the mat. Okay, so yogi's choice there, forehead down or on your blanket. Kind of roll your shoulders back and down into your back hip pockets. You're going to press down through your hips, legs, and feet so they stay rooted and grounded. And just think about lifting from the center of your chest, that feeling of the nostrils on your chest, lifting you up. So the back of the neck stays long. Your gaze stays down to the floor and your head is in line with your spine here, nice and easy. And then lower down. And again, pressing through the hips, legs, feet, float the upper body. And I'm not pressing into my hands at all. That's just the strength of the back lifting. And then lowering. Then one more time. And lower and relax for a moment. Bring the hands under the head. Let the back fully release that contraction. Breathing out through your whole body. Okay, now you can choose to do just the legs, just the upper body, or we'll put the whole kit and caboodle together here. So this time, arms are going to reach down by your sides. Let's take a breath in. The hips are your balance point. So we're going to exhale, press down through the hips, lift the legs, the chest, and reach the fingers back to the toes, boat pose. Slowly, with control, lower down. Pause for a second, breathe in. Long, slow exhale, press through the hips, root through the hips as the legs float up, the chest floats up, the arms, fingers reach back, and then slowly lower down. Enjoy the journey, don't rush it. We're going to do one more. Exhale, we lift. With the option to stay for an extra breath or two, or to come right back down, yogi's choice. And then we'll all slowly lower down, melting, 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 and either just turning your head to one side and rest, or bringing the hands under the head and relax. Nice big breath here. Now just bend your knees here. We're going to take some little knee sways, or really feet sways here. Rocking side to side. And then open the feet away from each other, and then you're going to cross them over. And just notice which leg is on the outside. And then open them and cross them the other way. So just a little crisscross. We're going to open and cross, and open and cross the other way. Let's do that one more time. Crisscross. And then open, lower all the way down. And from here, we're just going to roll onto our back. So if you have a blanket underneath you, you can scoot that out of the way. Roll over onto your back. And once you get settled there, we'll bring the knees to the chest, holding around or under your knees for a little rock side to side. Maybe some circles that may feel quite lovely on your back. A nice slow circle. And around the other way. All right, let's come to center. Wide knee to chest. Stay right here, sending a breath down into your belly, back, and hips. And then keep that right knee drawn into the chest as you slide the left leg all the way out. So lots of energy reaching out through that left leg. And that right knee melts to you. Just check on those shoulders, see what they're up to here. Think a little armpit to hip action here. And then let's slide that left knee into the chest, holding around that side as the right heel reaches away from you. Nice big breath. Good. Both knees back to your chest. This time, knees and feet together. The hands are going to wrap over the top of the knees for our Apanasana, knee to chest. So both knees are going to press forward until the arms are straight and then rock back. So just that small range of motion with our breath. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Let's do 3 more. Maybe we can start to slow the breath, slow the movement down just a hair more. One more.